All right, I think it is recording. All right, it is recording, right?
Yep.
Okay, good, because I can't see it for whatever reason, but I got our first slide up, which is the new term. So there's some changes coming in Young Living, and we just wanted to go over some of them to hopefully clarify, answer questions we've had. And the first thing is some of the terminology. There's not as much changing as people might think that there are. It's just terms to keep us on the up and up with the Federal Trade Commission and to kind of clarify what people actually are when it comes to Young Living. So we always had members. Our members are now going to be called customers because we want to be more customer based. We had business builders, which were people who are out there sharing, and that is now going to be called brand partners. The premium starter kit, which is how most people got started, they are now creating starter bundles or new business essential kits. Those are not available yet, but will be out there. So the PSK that we all know is going away, and these bundles and business essentials. Yes.
Wondering if we're going to hear more about that on the 17th.
I think so. I mean, that's kind of my thought process, that
But
once
we are
it
coming down to
launches,
the wire where things are going to be changing. So that's my thought right now.
On the 21st.
17th,
No, we have spring launch is on the 17th.
Saturday.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't hear that part.
There was an email that came through this week.
You still get a ticket.
Yeah, I didn't. That was one of the emails I didn't get to.
Hey, I got to that one.
Okay, and so upline is now your support team. They're there to help. Downline is your team. Your crossline is your cross team. Quick order or one-time order is called shop. Our auto, what was that?
It's already there. It's in
Yeah.
place in virtual office.
Yep. Our auto ship order is now a subscription. Our auto ship program is called Subscribe to Save. Essential rewards are now called loyalty rewards. Essential rewards points are called rewards points. Personal volume, which was PV, is now point volume. And member services is customer services. So those are just some of the new terms that we have that are changing, and not a whole lot is actually changing. We're just trying to be more compliant with the
Yeah, FTC.
FTC. Yep.
And I think one thing that was really good that you brought up before, I think, Amanda, is that subscribe to save. It's important that we say it that way, subscribe to save, because it's worded differently on Amazon.
Subscribe and save is Amazon's trademark. So we want to make sure when we're talking to people, we subscribe to save so we don't get in trouble for using the wrong lingo.
Great. Okay, let's move on to our business model and why the FTC is working with Young Living ahead of schedule.
Okay, and that, let me grab that slide. So old business to new business is this one. All right. So who wants to talk about that?
I can do that one for you. So in the old business model, we had retail, we had wholesale, and we had building distributors. We were all considered distributors at the time. It was the pricing that was different between retail and the wholesale and distributors. The good news is that they looked at that we had so little bit for retail and so little bit for building distributors that we weren't compliant with how we were paying out, because it is not right that we have people that are considered wholesale as one big group. Some are getting checks and some aren't. So that's why there's the new business model where it's just you're a customer that can either get retail or wholesale pricing, and we'll talk about that later, or you're stepped up above and you're doing this as a business and you're getting a paycheck. So more customer focused on the front end. The back end, it's a very small percentage. What did we say, guys? It's like 3% of the company are builders. So it's a very small percentage. All right, on to what's happening on April 21st. I think, Amanda, did you want to do that one, or Melissa?
Sure, here.
Whichever.
We we don't have a sheet on it. It's just a talk.
Okay.
So on April 21st, what's going to happen, Melissa? Do you remember?
Yeah, because that's the other sheet, Amanda. Here, I got it, where we're all grandfathered in. So,
No. May 21st is, well, yeah, technically you're right. Go ahead. Perfect.
okay, so April 21st.
Yeah,
April
and I
21st.
Yeah.
wrote May.
Yeah,
can pull
yeah,
that up,
April,
just note.
yep, April 21st. Okay,
Should
so
be
as of April 21st is when the new shop thing is gonna be started, but that's also when we're going to be moving forward from the grandfathering, right? From being a business builder right now to a brand partner, I believe. And
Right.
that's when it'll open up for everybody to do the new shopping. And to become a brand partner at that point, you need to be enrolled. You have to enroll someone within that one calendar year. So Dina, you have an example there, like May 1st of 2020 to May 1st.
Well,
of
that's what their cutoff is. So from May 1st, 2020 to May 1st, 2021, that's when they're going to go through and look at how people are categorized. The April 21st, the virtual office is going to open up so that we can start utilizing it and getting to know it before everything starts on May 1st.
On May
So that
1st.
helps. Yes.
Okay.
So in the meantime, right now, between those dates, you have that time. So you have the rest of this month to qualify by clicking one of those. So if you haven't enrolled somebody or received a paycheck this year, hit a rank of star or greater, or purchased any business tool from Young Living. The only thing I heard her state when we were listening to this, you guys, was the business tool is a very long list of items. So it could be as like the guide, the price book, that could be a business purchase. So if anybody purchased one of those, they could be grandfathered in. If that
Right.
makes sense. If you
Yep.
do not get one of these checked, you will then be categorized after May 1st to be just a customer. If that makes sense.
Right. Yep.
But what they wanted people to do is that May 21st, the virtual office will be up and running for existing members to get
April
used
21st.
to it. Did I say May again?
Yeah.
April.
April 21st. So we got a good week and a half that current members are able to use the new shopping platform before it becomes available to everybody else. So a lot of the things we're talking about on here, which we will be talking about, like how you can get your subscribe to save and all that, those things are not going to be available to new people until May 1st. The new platform is for our existing customers only, that they're going to be able to check out this, like I said, the stuff we're talking about tonight for that 10 days before May 1st hits, and then it'll be open for all of us to share and for new members to hop on.
Correct.
New
All right, so
customers hop on.
Right.
All right, let's go to our slide for May 1st. So you guys we can start talking about that. I did come up with something else we need to talk about. So
Okay, and that's this one, I believe. It's so hard to see when I'm trying to pick it. There we go. All right, so May 1st, new people coming in will all be customers. So however you purchase a bottle of lavender or a starter bundle or whatever, you will be a customer. Purchasing a brand builder kit for $30 is how you sign up to be our builder, get on our builder program. You buy the brand builder kit and you will become a brand partner versus just a customer. So to come into Young Living, you can purchase any Young Living product. If you purchase over 100 PV, you'll be a wholesale member, and it'll be very clear as you're checking out where you need to get that 24% off. If your order is under 100 PV, you will be a retail customer, and that either way is totally fine, but it'll be very clear and concise on the new website as to where you're going to be sitting. The other way to come in is subscribe to save, and you purchase any product you want, whether it is Super Bee and you want that every single month, or if it's a Bottle of Thieves and you want that every 3 months, you put that on your subscribe to save, and that also keys in your 24% savings forever, as long as you're on Subscribe to Save, you will receive 24% off on your orders. The FTC will not allow customers to earn income. So in the past, when people came on as members, anybody could earn a paycheck if they shared it with their sister or their brother. You now have to make that concise decision that you don't want to just be a customer. You want to be a brand builder or a, what do you call it? A brand partner. And you would have to purchase that $30 kit that would allow you to earn a paycheck with Young Living. So we're becoming more customer focused and not looking like everybody in Young Living is building some sort of business, because like they said, I think it's 9%, if I'm not mistaken, 9% are building at some level in Young Living, but the other 90% are just customers who love the product.
Right.
Right.
And
So
just
now with that,
okay, go ahead. Dee.
No, go ahead.
Okay, just to clarify for anybody asking, what happens if I'm already a brand partner, a builder right now? We don't have to purchase that $30 kit. We will just be grandfathered in by doing one of the previous things from the previous slide. And so most of us that are building it as a business are going to be grandfathered into that. They will have brand builder kits available to us later, but for right now, for us to purchase, we're not just going to get handed to us, but we can purchase it later. But right now, whatever they have in quantity right now, they want to save for the up and new incoming people coming in first. Go ahead, Dina.
That was it.
Oh.
Great minds think alike. What can I say? Okay. The next thing is that we really wanted to talk about is the premium starter kit bonus. The premium starter kit bonus that we've had in the past, which was $25 for enrolling somebody on a kit, is going away. I'm not really sure why June 1st, because you're not really going to be able to sign somebody up as a kit. But I think it's to finish up any paperwork or transfer of people, to be honest. So, because, with building a business, you have the choice of moving people within your lineage. So that works out really well. But that will be going away June 1st. In place of that, though, because of the fact that we are now allowed to bring people in with whatever they want to purchase, they're still going to be doing the fast start bonus. So with the premium starter kit, it was $165. The PV on it was $100. So you were only getting 25% of that 100 PV, which would give you $25. We got rid of the premium starter kit bonus of $25 more. So that's going to go away. That would have been a total of $50. So now when you look at this, and this is how they explained it to us, is that you have a gathering. You have 5 people that all come together. Melissa's going to start writing this. I know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they all spend that $165 and get exactly what they want. You may have one person that's so excited about getting the Savvy minerals that they're going to pick out everything that they want to get started. The next person may be somebody that's my age, and it's all about the gut health, getting things going so their age keeps, progressing at a better rate. But every person's going to have a choice to start their own way. So let's say all of them, just for math purposes, they all decide to purchase 165 PV at the party. So we have 5 orders times 165. That's 825 OGV.
Yes.
Melissa's like, sure, let's go with that. So in the past, if we had 5 people get a kit, that was only 500 OGV. So you're going to see that your OGV is going to be much greater. That can move you into a different rank so much quicker, guys. You've got to look at that. The other thing is that then you're looking at your commissions and your bonuses being around the $206 range.
Yeah.
When you look at that,
right.
Yeah, it's a whole big difference.
So when you did it with the $165 kit, typically your OGV then was about $250.
Yeah,
right?
so it's a little
when you did
over.
this. But then Yeah, because that's what you came home with then, right? Was about the
Yeah.
250. But now, like you're saying, when they can enroll with anything, right? And they can, and you get about 3 people to do the same amount.
Right. If you get the 5 people, you're coming up with 206.25. Yes, it is lower, but look at that OGV.
BB.
The OGV is going to drive how your business is going to be run.
Mm-hmm.
And I can tell you from experience, that difference right there between 500 OGV and 825 OGV, that
Mhm.
can be the next rank.
Right.
That's how close things can be for progressing within your rank status. So it is a good thing, guys. It really is. And the thought process behind it for me is look how much easier it is to be able to take care of somebody's health and wellness.
Yes. And not only that, I think it's going to be a lot easier to get people to, you know, let's say if you're needing an extra $300 to get moved up to your rank, the next rank that you want to achieve, right? And you ask the question, which would be easier? Would it be easier to get 3 people to buy that $165 kit? Or is it going to be easier, Amanda, to go ahead and educate people on Super Bee and have, you know, 8 people grab a Super Bee to get you up more? And you're also going to educate or tell them how much you absolutely love your frankincense. And now everybody wants frankincense and your Super Bee. And that's
Frankincense? No.
yeah.
And I mean, look how many classes or how many things you had on gut health or on detoxing your home. And somebody really does, they just want to get subscribed and say, I need a bottle of Thieves cleaner every 3 months and I want laundry soap every 3 months. And they put that on there, they're done. They save 24%. They're walking out educated. They've ditched and switched a few things. Or you talk about the staple, you know, 4 things like probiotics and sulfurzyme, Ningxia Red, and Super Bee, and how beneficial those things can be in their life. And okay, so they may not need, depending upon their family size, we get Ningxia Red every month, but not everybody needs that. They could buy that bundle 1 month and they could get their stuff, you know. There's just so many different ways that when you look at this, it's going to be a huge benefit to your business all the way around.
To anybody's health. You
Right.
talk about a mom that's a stay-at-home mom and she's trying to, you know, make a budget work, but she knows that they don't go through the baby wipes as quickly. She can get a 3-pack every other month. You know, that's going to be a really great saver for somebody, or somebody who's on a fixed budget that's, you know, retired. They know that they don't have to have the Life 9 all the time. You know, they're going to be good for a month and then they'll take a month off and be good for a month, but they can figure out with the Subscribe to Save how it's going to be beneficial for them. There
Right.
isn't going to be that need or that feeling like it has to be.
Well, and
Right.
like Tina, like you were saying too, look how much you can serve your customers in that wellness area where you know you met so and so, and you know they've got some skin issues going on, and you can focus in on those skin issues, or you can focus in on that, you know, immune system because, you know, or respiratory, whatever it is, and it doesn't have to. Before, it always was so focused on either they needed a Thieves bundle, a premium starter kit, which was mostly what people got in with, or Ningxia Red. And now you really can go, okay, let's look. Here's your budget. This is what we're going to set you up with. And you really can have a 3-month wellness plan with them. Boom, set up. It's going to be at their door and they're going to get it for the next 3 months. Like, we're going to start you on probiotics and, you know, I can't even think right now, probiotics and
A
enzymes this month.
digestive plan and an enzyme. Yeah.
Yeah, and then next month we're
Enzyme
gonna add the
first.
Ningxia Red in, and we're gonna, you know, whatever, but you can
Your
set that up for them right
Yeah.
away.
Fact, and I know not everybody has access to it, but almost every one of your leaders has a way to get you either an iTovi scan or a Zyto scan. And that's really going to give you kind of a path of where you can go with your health and wellness. It's amazing. And then we set up, like you said, the 3-month plan for what can I do to get me where I want to be in my health and wellness.
Right.
Yeah.
And so when we do educate, it's just going to be so much more beneficial because people can really take what we're educating and really get the youth with it. I'm so excited. This is
Yeah.
gonna be, it's gonna be so much easier to get people, especially in the door, and then to do the reoccurring ordering right away versus getting this big expensive essential oil kit and having all these oils, and 3 months later they're still like, what's Panaway?
Yeah.
Like, this is gonna be so exciting.
And how many times
Yeah.
we did scans and they would scan for things that weren't in the starter kit. And like I said, I'm just even thinking like getting your friends together and doing a scanning party so you can see where they're at, and boom, they get exactly what they need, exactly what they scanned
Exactly.
for. And let's touch base in a month and see where you're at. Let's get let's go to the next thing, see how you're doing after 3 weeks of working with this. It's
Mhm.
going to be
Yeah, scan parties have been amazing. I know that Melissa and I, or excuse me, Amanda and I have done a couple up when we weren't in lockdown.
Yeah.
So far, it's been a little harder to do, but when we've done them before, it has been very well received because people really do want to see what their bodies are trying to tell them. And when they start understanding why that one item or those 3 items are popping up, you can really sit down with them and say, hey, look at what the pattern is here. Let's see what we can do to get that pattern, to back off and do something different. So amazing way to do these parties. But even if you don't have an Itovi or you don't have a Zyto, you can sit with somebody and still put together just by their own knowledge. Hey, I know that I suffer with constipation, gut cramps, skin problems. We're going to try to sit down and go over what we can do to alleviate the gut issue. But even Amanda knows you're working with a brand new mom who's not getting a lot of sleep and the baby's having a little bit of colic. There are some things she can sit down and say, let's get you started on this program because this is going to be the way to go. But it's sitting down and learning what you've already got and making it be a perfect match for somebody in your life. And it's going to be so much. I'm so excited about it, probably for the fact that I know so many people that really struggle, but they just didn't want the oils, or they didn't want all the oils, or they just wanted the one that smelled good. We now can give them the avenues that they need to start making steps towards the right direction. It is going to be so over the top. All right, so we just finished up with talking about that, but we did want to talk a little bit about, and Melissa's going to get out her handy dandy little board again. We really want you to understand a little bit how that's going to work if you buy the kit and move into associate star, senior star, and up to start building an income. So at the top, there's Miss Melissa. She's got her big team. She bought, what did you buy to join Young Living, Melissa? Did you buy a kit, or did you want to say that you do something else?
Well, back in the day when I signed up, I did buy the kit, but if I could redo that all over again, I would switch that, I think. I would
What
still
would
get
you
my
do?
lavender. I would still
Yeah.
get my lavender because that was huge for me.
Yes.
So I would still get lavender. We absolutely love Ningxia Red. So I would definitely get some Ningxia Red. And I'm
But
loving
you're
all-
already there. I mean, with those 2 items, you're already at your kit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're going to host us a party. You're going to have a bunch of people together that you want to introduce some health and wellness. So how many
Yep.
people did you bring together
I
and
have
got to
4.
get a, you got 4? So those are all new customers. She just got to say, hey, I really want to do something with my life. All right. So this is your first level. And
Yep.
as your first level, you're going to get 8%. I mean, it doesn't sound like a lot to you right now, but when you start getting, like me, I'm at 120 people. Amanda, how many people do you have on your team?
We're being wrong.
270.
270. Melissa, how many people do you have on your team? I'm getting interrupted.
It's 487.
So you can see when you have that many people, this percentage really adds up quickly. But
Mhm.
your number, I pick any one of your customers. She decided to have a party and she brought in 3 people.
Customers. And that is now my
Shiver over here, so-
second line.
That is her second line. And what's the percentage on that one, Melissa?
It goes, it's 5%.
Yep, 5%. So that is your second line. Then one of those ladies decided to sign up 3 people. And that's your level 3. And that's 4%.
Yep.
So when you're doing these gatherings and you're bringing people together, it is something that they can either say, hey, and this is your choice. You can say, as my person that's, putting this gathering together, I can give you a really cool gift and thank you for doing this. Or you can come today and purchase the builder kit for $30 and you're going to get 25% commission for the first 3 months on every C that you see from each one of those shows. Granted, it's not all in the same month. It could be spread out over 6 months. You could be amazing and it could be all in 1 month. So you have the potential, besides that 4%, 8%, 5%, 4%, you have the potential of that 25% going way beyond the 3 months, because people are going to be now doing something that's good for their health every day.
Right.
Instead of still for the first, I don't know, how many of you sat with your kit for how long? For me, it sat for 2 months, me using just the oils, learning about them.
Mhm.
And then I took off. Amanda, I know you didn't jump aboard right away.
I did. I
Did
didn't. Oh, I didn't build.
Not
I
Yeah.
didn't build. No, I got on Essential Rewards and I was buying every month. It took me a lot, like 4 years.
I was
It
gonna say how
wasn't-
many years?
Yeah, it took
It
me
was a
like
lot.
years.
But it wasn't your first thought and foremost. So that's why we're saying that this is a really great model because of the customer base. You found out what it did for your, at that time, what was it, your family of 6, 7?
When I started 5, I was
Five.
my 5th.
Well, I knew there was like a lot less, but now that you've got the kids that you're still utilizing that essential rewards or getting those points, buying those things every month, but you're also now making an income based on the fact that you were able to share what you loved about these. So being able to share it, get that 25% for 3 months. And I know personally, there's not a lot of time that you sign up somebody on that kit and they buy right away. The second month, the third month, they
Mhm.
kind of sit on it. The odds are not in your favor just because they're still trying to figure out the oils. But when we start educating the way that we really love to educate, which is about body systems, you're going to see a huge change in how people think about this. So it's going to be an overall amazing thing. So when you look at that board that Melissa has, would you rather say, oh, I'm going to just be a customer and I'll share with everybody, but let Amanda keep that? Or are you going to go down the road, man, maybe I should have done this? So there are some reasons that we do this to show you, if this isn't your cup of tea and you're never going to build, just know you don't have to. This company wants to make sure you're getting a pure, healthy, and wellness product that you can keep in your family without having to be like other MLMs where you have to hold an inventory and you have to do all the things to make a quota every month. This is not what this company is about. It is about making sure that everybody has something in their home to take care of them and make them really much better than they were when they first started. Anybody else have anything to put on that one?
No, I think you worded it perfect.
Did it good.
All right, let's talk about now. Melissa's going to raise her little board again. And we're going to talk about the newest rank. I'm kind of excited. I don't know about anybody else, but I am.
New ranks are always fun.
Yeah, well, and it's a way to keep the FTC happy. And it's a way that you can see when you're looking at your people and your people are looking at other people where they're at in their life within Young Living, right?
Mhm.
So, Melissa, you have your customer,
Yep.
okay? And your customer is like, oh my gosh, do you know that my husband is the happiest man I've ever seen since I started putting joy in his underwear? I got to do this business thing. So you go, well, all you have to do is purchase the $30. Okay, I gotta go back to my notes because I'm still learning it. Brand Builder Kit. And as soon as you do that, they're going to give you a new title. So you're going to jump over this little hurdle with your kit, and you are now called an associate. And as an associate, what is going to happen is basically until you can hit 500 OGV, overall gross volume of everybody in your team. And I'm going to tell you right now, I hit star all by myself. Because I love Young Living products. It wasn't very hard for me to spend 500 OGV in a month when I first started out because I wanted the everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I hit star for 3 months in a row to hold my rank, and I didn't have anybody underneath me. Now, is that normal? No, not usually. But you can sign somebody up, and the combination between the people that you start placing under you from that model that Melissa had drawn earlier, then you can hit 500 overall gross volume, or yeah, we can still call it volume. There's no personal volume, point volume thing there. So once you hit that, then you're no longer associate. You start doing the rank thing. So you start from the star, you go to senior star, executive, silver, and beyond. So what I love about that is there is a breaking line. So when you look at that, you know that a customer is somebody who just loves the product. That's all they want to do. An associate to star to all the other ranks is somebody who's really wanting to make that commitment. Yes, perfect. And go forward with it. Amanda or Melissa, do you guys want to talk about the next thing that changed for those ranks from associate to executive?
So from associate to executive, you used to have to place a 100 PV order to get paid. But a lot of times when you're getting started, your paycheck isn't necessarily $100. So it doesn't really cover what you have to spend. Even though you're using those products, it doesn't cover what you're spending as to what you're receiving. So now what they've done is, if Melissa wants to draw her lovely little board again.
Just do your first level, that'll work.
Yeah. So if you are up on top and you sign up 3, friends that just want to grab their thieves or whatever, and then you sign up your best friend and she decides to become a brand partner. One more for a brand partner. No, on top, and you're level 1.
Yeah.
Oh, right here?
Yep.
Yeah. Just put BP.
Yep, brand
Oh,
partner. You now just have to collectively, with you and your customers, not your brand partner, have to collectively have 100 point volume to receive commission. So say that month you only place a 40 PV order, as long as your customers make up that other 60 PV, you will get paid that month.
It's even as easy as, and I won't recommend this because I love my products, but let's say you're having an amazingly, terrible month financially at your home. All 3 of your customers that Melissa had up on the board, let's say they all purchase 50 PV that month. Well, you're over the 100 PV, you're at 150 PV. Guess what? You don't have to purchase anything to get paid. Now, would I recommend it? No, because we're going to talk about subscribe to save, and you want your points and all this other stuff. But if you had to have a skip month, which we'll explain here in a little bit, this could happen. And I've had people in my downline where they're like really struggling month to month, and they sign somebody up and they can't even afford to do that 100 PV on their own, and they forfeited the bonuses and the commissions. You get it. But this way, it's kind of a cool thing that they did that for them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So what happens once you hit silver?
Once you hit silver, you do have to purchase 100 PV, but once you're hitting silver, you're definitely making the commission to cover your 100 PV order, and it's really not an issue. But I just think about even some of the builders I've had in the past that have had different things come up, and they still order every single month. They're ordering their 50 PV, but they're missing out on a little bit of that commission because their team size is dropped or whatever. it'll be nice for them to still be able to be that brand partner, receive that commission, even if they are only able to do a 50 PV order because they have some underneath them that will make up that additional.
So this is another FTC regulation. So, you know, this came about because legally they brought forth that it's not cost effective. What we're saying is that you don't always make that money at those lower ranks. So this is an FTC thing that came about that changed this for us. So I'm really excited about it. Really excited about it. All right, so now we're on to the meat and potatoes. If you want my opinion. And that is what we used to call essential rewards. It's kind of the same, but not. There's a twofold in this. And I will at least cover the part where you are still going to get your percentage of points as long as you order over 50 PV. Now, in my area, I'm doing 100, no problem, because I want the free shipping. So I'm always at 100 PV, so I'm always over the 50 PV. But to be able to get your points and start putting that into a, you know, your savings account there on your virtual office, it only has to be 50 PV. The next step, and we talked about it earlier for new customers, is if they want to come in and be part of Young Living, they only have to purchase one item on a consecutive basis for subscribe to save. Here we go. And I'm going to let Amanda and Melissa go crazy because I'm in the garage and it's really cold out here. So now I'm shivering.
Okay, so the loyalty rewards, which used to be called our essential rewards, you earn reward points and loyalty gifts for ordering each month. How to join, you set up a monthly subscribe to save order of 50 PV or more. You earn points back with each order of subscribe to save, with each subscribe to save order, and you redeem reward points on future product purchases. Earn free products every 3 months for the first year by making consecutive 50 PV subscription orders every month. Now, you can still be on subscribe to save and order, you know, more sporadically, but with the loyalty rewards, how you get like bumped up from the 10% to the 20% to the 25% means you need to be ordering every single month. But when you are ordering, if it's every other month, so you order in January and then you order in May and then you order, you will still receive 10% back on those months that you order. You just won't bump up to the 20%. So it's definitely a better thing for those people who do order every 3 months, or who do, you know, like, I just need my thieves cleaner twice a year, and I want my thieves oil every 3 months, and I want my, you know, laundry soap every 3 months, and I want my vitality drops every single month. You put those in there on your subscribe to save, your order, you're making points back every month that you're on it. You're earning those gifts. All of the things are pretty much staying the same. They're just making it a little bit more user friendly so you can customize it to your needs. Your supplements, having those every single month because you need it. Or, you know, if you do your probiotics and you do your probiotics every 3 months, but you're doing your Super B every single month and you only need a packet of Ningxia Red every other because your family doesn't go through it that quick. You just set it up that way and you're good to go.
I love it. I do. I love it because you can even add in it. One of the things when we were learning about this, one of the things they brought up was you literally could say, I need a lip balm every month or every 3 months. And that gets you into subscribe to save. I wouldn't do that because I couldn't live with just a lip balm. I need everything else. Amanda, this is amazing. Look at this new menu we're going to get.
How pretty it is.
It is. The
pretty.
new coloring, the new branding is amazing.
Yes. So this is how simple it is. You go to your account, you choose your subscriptions, you choose the frequency you would like to receive them. You can skip or delete or remove items. And when you're doing the monthly subscription, you can have one skip month per calendar year. So like Dina was saying, if things are tight or you have an abundance or whatever it is, you can choose to do a skip month. but you will still be part of the subscribe to save as long as you have a subscription in your cart set up to ship every other, every single, every third, however you decide to do that.
And it could be that your skip month, there's nothing in your subscribe to save that's going to come that month, but you've got something that'll come in the next month. So it all, can even out and really work well for you.
Mhm.
Amanda probably is going to cover this. So I just want to jump in real quick because I'm shivering again. But this is an umbrella that's under that shop. You're not going to see Essential Rewards anymore, guys. It's not going to be there. When you go into your shop, it's going to be a whole different ball of wax. And I'm going to let these girls kind of explain it, and I'll jump in where I can.
So you still will have your points. If you are currently on it, they said take a screenshot of what you have if you haven't used them, just so that you know what you had, because on the 21st, when this stuff starts to take over for April, that's like I think they said 400,000 customers that they have to switch over to this new system. So glitches can happen. Technology is amazing and wonderful, but we all know the reality of it is that sometimes things get lost in the mix. So making note, take a screenshot, whatever, of what you have in your Essential Rewards now, and that will all carry over. The other thing that we were talking about that I think it's important to mention is that sometimes we have husbands that have accounts, and it is really important. They are really cracking down on cards or PayPals being on somebody else's account. So for like my account, my husband's account, you want to make sure your card is on your account. Even though it's the same checking account, we have different numbers on ours, and my husband's card is on his account and not, vice versa. They don't want people, for building, stacking, whatever you want to call it, purposes, or not having legitimate legs, they want to make sure that nobody's credit card information is on somebody else's account, because that can be a real, humdinger if you get caught doing something like that. So you just want to make sure your card is on your account and only your account. And if your husband has an account or whatever, that his card is on his account, not that there's anything there. So
think of it this way, that like you've got your great Aunt Myrtle who won't give up her credit card information for love or money. And so you have been just taking cash from her and placing an order for it. You cannot have that same credit card on your account at all. And PayPals are coming down hard right now because there are a lot of people that were just doing friends and family and then using a PayPal to pay it. As long as that PayPal is not anywhere associated with your account, yes, you can still use it. It just cannot be attached to any other account. So if great Aunt Myrtle needs to keep doing that, use your PayPal for her, but you can't use it for great Uncle Murray because he's out. It is what it is. Okay, so Amanda, do we want to on this for anybody, or do we want to wait and let people kind of ask us, kind of give them a synopsis of things, or do you think they've got it?
I just was going to share some of this, what to expect as a current member. So discounts, you're going to keep your 24% off, your discount for 12 months from your last purchase date, just like it always has been. Your renewal after 12 months, you renew for another 12 months with your 50 PV order, or subscribe to save any item and maintain an active subscription. So this is how you're going to keep what you have. And once you become a member, which we already talked about, that 100 PV order, or to get your 24% off, you will keep it after you place that 100 PV order. You just need to make sure you're maintaining that 50 PV per year after that.
Perfect. Okay, so let's jump into what's going to happen on May 11th. This is just like a note for all of you to know. So from May 1st to May 11th, that's when corporate is really working hard to make sure that any returns are being credited to the right accounts or taken away, whatever has to be done. If you signed up a new member at the last day, they don't always hit during the months before your close. So it gives them extra days to make sure that they've got all their ducks in a row for everybody. And then on May 11th, that is when the reclassification will happen. That's when we'll start seeing everybody's real actual, line is going to be. So you're either going to be a customer, you're going to be an associate, or you're going to be a rank. Okay. Just remember, as soon as you hit associate, you are now considered a brand builder. So hook up with whoever is your leaders and make sure that they are getting you into the right, like, Facebook groups, or if they've got a textable group that they, educate from, whatever it is, just make sure you're getting that taken care of. All right, Melissa, you want to talk? No, it's Amanda. Amanda, do you want to talk about the new foundation stuff?
Oh, yes, I will share that. So we used to have the roundup, and now we have the dollar to make a difference, or a dollar up, which makes a difference. So this is how we give back to the YL Foundation. You can go ahead and click this on your checkout, just like you did before if you had that roundup. And it's an opt-in through your pop-up notifications when you're checking out. 100% of donations go directly to the foundation's project and partners to change lives. Dollar Up adds a $1 donation to your order. So it is a little bit different if you just had it rounding up to the nearest, your total was, 109.25, you were giving 75 cents. This is actually adding $1 to your order so that it goes to the foundation. So,
so that makes more sense, because roundup was
in a year. Yes, $12 a year is not a whole heck of a lot, but they do amazing things. So that's just something else. The other thing I wanted to share is, now you used to have to, if you were a brand partner or builder, whatever, now brand partner, they now have YL Insight, which you can't see and I'm not logged into, but it's a free app that helps you to look at your business and things. Yeah.
I was like, oh, we got to talk about that. Okay, but the nice thing about that is when you sign up May 1st, you become a Young Living customer. They are telling you that you will get it for 3 months free.
You get it for free
The
anyway.
YL Insights is always going to be free. It's the website.
The new website. Yeah, sorry. That's what my other note was. My YL. So the websites right now, from what I hear, it's still very antiquated. But the newer website that's going to be released here in the next month is going to be like, you guys won't believe. I'm hearing amazing things about it. So here's the cool news about the new MyYL. If you have MyYL, you send somebody there, they literally can go in and shop right there, hit place order, and it's going to take them with all of your information right into Young Living and be able to become a customer right away. Bam, done.
And I heard you can still use your other link. So if you already have a link set up and you give that to somebody, it is going to
do the same
populate
thing.
The same thing. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you've got both ways to do it. It's just, like I said, it's gotten so much easier to be able to be a brand builder, brand partner. All right, let me think if I had anything else. We covered YL Insights. We covered MyYL, the Dollar Up. Oh, this is only going to be for the USA market as of this time. It will go out to all the other markets, but we are the guinea pigs.
That is
good correct. Or bad. We are the guinea pigs. So I'm really excited about that. Reach out to whoever you need to. One of us. Obviously, we're going to keep getting educated on this as it keeps releasing and running out. So hopefully we have all the kinks worked out, but please be patient. When you've got a multi-million-dollar company with multi-million customers,
there's going to be some hiccups.
There's going to be some hiccups. And I'm just excited that they took the step forward years ago to start this FTC thing before we got in trouble. So
yeah.
So excited about that. Otherwise, I hope y'all have an amazing week. and this next month is going to be hopping.
Yes.
I
No.
know my education is going to change differently. And the only thing that's going to change about it is I'm really going to be very considerate about body systems more.
I was gonna say, I feel like we can all be more honed into the things that we are passionate about, or the things that really resonate with us. And we all know that the oils are amazing and do great things. But sometimes when we're focusing on the oils and maybe somebody's just not there yet, this is going to open up a whole new world of things that we can educate on, that we can share on, and that we can really talk about our personal testimonies with. And people
Oh,
are
yeah.
like, I want what you had, and they can get exactly what you had versus these prepackaged. There
And I
is
gotta-
also with that YL website
Insight?
where you can put
the website.
bundles together. That was the other
Yeah.
thing that they were talking about, where you
Yeah.
say you have 5 supplements and you're going to do some sort of challenge. You can create that bundle and have it there. So if you go teach a class, everybody in that class clicks on the link and the bundle is there and ready to go. They don't have to go find the 5 items. They're already put together.
That was really cool.
Isn't that cool? And then
Yes.
and the whole thing about testimonials, guys, this is your life. You have a story to tell. We are no longer gagged, basically, from the FDA. They have now deemed that our stories, ours, are get them out there, guys. This is what gets people to see. You talk about your favorite movies, your favorite restaurants, what kind of cars you'll drive. Talk about your health. Talk about, I went from constipation to not. I know that's not a big one for a lot of people, but it was for me. You can go from, my hormones were so out of whack that I'm under 30 and I was, heading towards, menopause. Whatever it is, they're your stories. You can start telling them how it affected your family and how you took care of it. Utilize it, run with it.
Yeah.
Yay.
Any questions, please feel free to reach out. Otherwise, we will keep you updated with any new things that come our way, and hopefully this helps everybody. Yay.
Sounds good.
All
Okay.
right.